boy shit, what you want me to prove? Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on.
Video with your boy Freezing. Join in tonight. No captivity. Only the boss motherfucking bitches fuck with motherfucking Freezing. No captivity. Get into it.
Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on. Sauce boy shit, what you want me to prove? Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on. sauce boy shit. What you want me to prove?
Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on.
Yup. Hit that like button, y'all. Let's go.
No captivity. Freezy.
What up? You are officially locked in to No Captivity with Freezy, where we tackle issues that sometimes have us trapped in this thing that we call life.
No captivity.
But if you know me, you know my motto. To free yourself, you must heal yourself. And if you're rock with your boy, please hit the like and subscribe button hard right now. And also comment and share this video. That is if you rock with your boy, Freezy. I had to do it, y'all. I had to.
No captivity.
I had to do it, man. I had to represent, man. I had to represent. I had to, you know, despite what y'all opinions is, despite what my opinions, I had to represent. And I had to, you know, I had to cover this story, man. R.I.P. to Leonard, Allan, Cure. R.I.P. to Leonard, Allan, Cure, man. Real talk.
This one here for the thug.
Shout out to everybody that's here so far, man. Shout out to Emperor in the building. Shout out to Justin Wade. Shout out to Hassan. Shout out to Next Level. Shout out to T Will in the building, man. What's going on, bro? So, you know, I've been all over the world, man. I ain't, you know, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I ain't been seeing this. I ain't been seeing this story being covered really that much. It probably, you know, some news networks and stuff, but I don't see a lot of black YouTubers covering this story. There's a reason why my channel called No Captivity with Freezy.
No captivity.
Because we you know, I'm one to believe that we all we got. You understand what I'm saying? We all we got. We gonna get into it, man. This man was just coming from seeing his sick mama. And some of y'all probably haven't even heard the story yet because it's so fresh off the press, you know what I'm saying? But it's a lot going on with this story. Just in case y'all haven't heard, right? Because we're not gonna do any other stories. We're just gonna cover this. We're just gonna cover Leonard Allan Cure tonight. That's it. That's all we're gonna talk about. Leonard Allan Cure. I don't know if y'all heard of this story yet. A lot of people have, a lot of people haven't. But Leonard Allan Cure, right? This dude, his life, I'm telling y'all, when I looked into his life and I started reading, I was astonished. I was astonished. Shout out to JD25, man. What's going on, bro? Appreciate the No Cap crew being here, man. Real talk. This is gonna be a special show tonight. If y'all with, if y'all with the fuckery and the foolery and stuff like that, and y'all want drama, tonight is not the night. Tonight is gonna be informational, and we're gonna talk about this black man that was shot and deleted, right, by a Georgia cop, a white Georgia cop, right? Now, for the ones that do know about this story, I know you guys have your opinions, and I want, possibly we can discuss it after I get done covering the story. But before we do that, if you haven't hit the like button, please do that, right? Or you can feel free to hit the dislike button. But either way, it don't matter to me. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to get that up out of me. Either way, it don't matter to me. Like button or the dislike button, right? Also, to support this channel, right? Please, not only to support this channel or this platform, right?
No Cap-tivity.
But also to support stories of this magnitude. Right? Send a super chat.
No Cap-tivity.
Send a super chat, right? Or send a black super chat, aka Cash Out. And you can send that to $Freezy 1976. There it is at the top of the screen right next to me. To your left. Right? To your left. Let me make sure my screen get together. It's always good to see y'all. I forgot it was Thursday. Y'all ever got to the point where y'all, miss days? Like y'all be missing what day it is? Like I thought it was still Wednesday. That's why man, I be doing too much. Y'all ever got like that? Is that called like disassociation? I don't know what that is. Like I actually thought it was Wednesday, but it's Thursday. Y'all ever get y'all days mixed up because y'all be doing too much? That's when you need to sit your ass down somewhere. That's when you need to sit your ass down somewhere. Real talk, when you be doing too much. But it's Thursday though, and thank God it is. Thank God. Listen, we like to thank God for Fridays. I like to thank God for Thursday. I like to thank God for Thursdays. You know why? Because a lot of time when you work hard, Thursday seem like a Friday, don't it?
No Cap-tivity.
And when Friday come around, it just lay all the way out. Like this here. Now, I ain't got to thank God on Friday because I thought I thanked him yesterday. Shout out to the Mod Father in the building, man. Big bad boy. That's my brother, y'all. That's my brother, real talk. Shout out to my brother, Bob Stewart. What's going on?
No Cap-tivity.
Bob, we're going to talk about it, man. I don't know if you heard about this story about Leonard Allan Cure, right? was deleted by a Georgia cop on a traffic stop. Now, Just Jay, you know, Just Jay, I got to read it, but shout out to my sister, Just Jay. I love Just Jay. I love Just Jay, man. I love Just Jay. I'm gonna read the black super chat in a minute, Just Jay. Wait till y'all hear what Just Jay wrote me on the black super chat, aka Cash Out. Bob, man, I really appreciate you being here, Bob. And just for you know, for anybody that don't know, Bob, right? We grew up together. He's a close friend of mine, and he's a very knowledgeable guy. And I'm pretty sure he's going to grace the panel. He's going to grace the show real soon. Real soon. If not tonight, but you know, I just want y'all to know this is a very distinguished gentleman that's in the chat right now. I need y'all to know that. You know, what kind of men it is in my circle. Okay? I'm not on that you know, I left that ghetto stuff behind. Bob did too. Me and Bob was a little thuggish and ghetto back in the day, but we turned it around. God is good, ain't he? Ain't he good? Won't he do it? Huh? And I'm pretty sure some of y'all got similar backgrounds out there. Don't judge me. Don't judge me and Bob. Don't judge me and Bob. Man, R.I.P. to Leonard, Allan, Cure. I'm gonna keep saying that. R.I.P. to Leonard, Allan, Cure, and R.I.P. to his family.
Cap-tivity.
Condolences to his family. Not R.I.P. Not R.I.P. Condolences to his family. We're gonna talk about it. Listen, it's gonna be controversial tonight. Some of y'all gonna get mad at Freezy. Some of y'all gonna agree with Freezy. Some of y'all gonna disagree with Freezy. Listen, we gonna talk about it tonight. We gonna talk about it tonight, okay? Some of y'all gonna disagree. Some of y'all gonna agree. Some of y'all might unsubscribe. I might get some new subscribers tonight. That's what kind of show it's gonna be tonight. It's gonna be very controversial show. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm very surprised that I haven't seen more YouTubers covering this, especially black YouTubers. Let me stress it. Let me stress it, because y'all like to talk about everything else, but y'all don't like to talk about shit like this. We're gonna talk about it over here on
No Cap-tivity
with Freezy. Next level say, that's why I rock with you, Freezy. Real recognize real, dog.
This one here for the thug.
Real recognize real. Real recognize real. I can tell you that. You know why a lot of people ain't made their way over here? Cause they second guessing. They say, am I real? Am I real? Am I real enough to go hang out over there with Freezy? Bro, if you ain't real, we gonna make you real. We gonna teach you how to be real.
No Cap-tivity.
If you ain't real, you come on over here. Listen, it ain't like that. Ain't nobody perfect, okay? Ain't nobody perfect. We accept you for all that flaw shit you used to do in your past. We accept you. We don't care about that. The No Cap crew, we're very inviting, man. Shout out to my sister, Phoenix, in the building. Shout out to my sister, Lady Nevo, in the building. Damn, I missed that one now. Lady Nevo, you ain't speak to me on Black Man Unfiltered too. I'm gonna get on you now.
No Cap-tivity.
Check the cash out, bitch.
Shout out to my sister, Just J, with the $5 ball. She said, your lips greased enough, Freezy. Leave them damn lips alone. That was exactly what she said. You know what? I'm gonna do this.
You so damn dumb. Check the cash out.
No Cap-tivity.
Ah, Just J. Ah, sis. And that's that good stuff. That's that comics. See that right there? That's that comics. You can't just see that right there? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I used to use regular chapstick. I used to use chapstick regular. All the kids when we was kids, we used regular chapstick because we didn't know no better. Then I went from that to Bliss sticks. But when I found that Comex, they get a ball for that Comex.
No Cap-tivity.
That's better than that Comex. Only thing about that Comex, my wife said it tastes like medicine, but I don't care. It's the best. Love me for me. Tell me it tastes like medicine. Love freezer for freezing. Lady Devoe say lies you tell. She say the lies you tells. Right now, bro. I spoke and said love you, bro. Freeze it. Always speak to you. I know. I was just playing, Lady Devoe. I was just playing. Let me heart my sister Black Super Chat Just J. Let me heart Just J Black Super Chat. $5 already came in, man. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all appreciating stories like these. We're going to cover this story. It's a sensitive story. People been, I'm going to tell y'all something. I've been scouring the internet. I've been on TikTok. I've been on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. People have starch opinions about this situation about Leonard Allan Cure. White people, black people, Latin people. I'm telling you, even the Native American Indians getting in on it. White people, the white people got their opinion. Black people got their opinion, right? Everybody got their opinion. People saying he deserved it. He deserved it. People saying he didn't deserve it. He deserved it. So people, they're wishing that the cop get, that he gets just and the cop goes to prison. People got all kinds of opinions, man. All kind of opinions. I'm telling you right now. Let me make sure. Okay. Is that good? Is that good enough? Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough. Okay, so we're gonna get this party started. Like I said, Leonard Allan Cure is the only subject we have on our itinerary this evening. I know we started a little late. I did a YouTube short on Leonard Allan Cure. If y'all haven't seen it, go check it out. I did a YouTube short, okay? It's already almost at 2,000 views. I just did it probably like 2 hours ago. I just did it like 2 hours ago. Shout out to all the new subscribers because of it. Let me light my incense. Let me light my incense. Leonard Allan Cure, that story, what happened, that's a very peculiar story, man. I'm telling you right now. And I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it real with y'all the whole way through. I got to. But we're going to read the story on it first. We're going to read the story. We're going to read the topic on it because now look at it. Just Jay, I'm going to get you. Oh, I forgot to put it in the coffin. Hold on. There we go.
You so damn dumb. Check the cash out.
Shout out to Just Jay.
Check the cash out, bitch.
Just Jay with another $5 black super chat. She said, "Calm X, okay, I'm ready for the story." Whatever.
No Cap-tivity.
Whatever, Just Jay. If we ever have a meet up and I see you, Just Jay, I'm gonna get you. Like that? Okay, good. So yeah. So we're gonna read the article on this. I have a video too. Listen, for y'all who are here, right? And for I'm gonna tell y'all why y'all here. I have the video on the police stop, on the traffic stop, that was involving Leonard, Allan, Cure, and also the Georgia cop. I have the complete video, right? Now I'm very leery about playing the video because we already know it's a very sensitive visual, and YouTube is cracking down on people. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna play it. I do after a while figure out how to play videos like this, but I want to play the video. I'm figuring that I can play the video all up until the point where the tussle started happening, right? And before the gunshots actually started happening. Because I don't want to get flagged by YouTube, but I am going to play I have the video, and I got a very informational article on this story about Leonard, Allan, Cure. Shout out to the world class. Shout out to my brother Noble. Shout out to my brother Noble in the building, man. Always good to see you, bro. Real talk. So I'm trying to figure out what I should do first. I think I'm gonna read a little bit of the article and then I'll play some of the video. That's what I'll do. Do a little back and forth, right? So let me pull up the article so we can go through it together. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Like I did research on this story, but I'm probably gonna find out some new stuff right along with y'all. So y'all bear with me. Let me see. Okay, here we go. All right, this is the article right here. Let me pull it up for y'all. We're gonna read it together. So right here it says, Leonard, Allan, Cure, freed after a wrongful conviction, is shot DEAD in a traffic stop. Leonard, Allan, Cure, freed after a wrongful conviction, is shot dead in a traffic stop. So, one of the biggest stories about this whole situation is that this brother was wrongfully convicted, sentenced to state prison. Let's get into it. Let's see how many years he was sentenced for and why he was sentenced. Let's keep going. Leonard Allan Cure spent more than 16 years in prison in Florida. More than 16 years in prison in Florida on a wrongful conviction, fighting relentlessly for his release before he was finally freed 3 years ago. 3 years ago, just 3 years ago, y'all, he was finally freed. On Monday, he was killed by a Georgia sheriff during a traffic stop on his way home from visiting his mom. Now, apparently his mom was sick as well. Y'all need to know all of this. Apparently his mom was sick.
No Cap-tivity.
He was visiting his mom from Florida, headed back to where he stays. Shout out to Truth in the building. What's going on, bro? Leonard Allan Cure, who was black, was pulled over in Camden County near the Florida border by a sheriff's deputy at about 7:30 a.m. It was early in the morning, y'all. I'm trying to get y'all to close your eyes and picture this. It was early in the morning. He was on the interstate and he just crossed the Florida-Georgia border in Camden County by a sheriff. He was stopped by a sheriff. According to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the agency is conducting an independent probe into the fatal shooting by the officer. So they're investigating it, right? And here's Benjamin Crump. Benjamin Crump always taking cases like this. You know, we already know. I'm starting to feel like he's an opportunist. Yeah, he black. But everybody black ain't, ain't. Listen, all I'm saying, listen, Benjamin Crump, that's my dog. I used to hang out with Benjamin Crump. And shout out to my brother, man, from my hometown. From me and Bob hometown. Okay? Benjamin Crump say it is awful that he would escape that injustice to have his life claimed by more bias. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who is representing Curious family, said at a Wednesday news conference. So it say authorities released video footage of the incident. Let's look at the video footage. Let's look at the video footage, then we're gonna come back to the article. Matter of fact, let's read a little more before we look at the footage. Later on Wednesday, the Camden County Sheriff's Office released graphic dashboard and body camera footage of the shooting. The video shows Staff Sergeant Buck Aldrich driving in his patrol vehicle when a pickup truck passes him at a higher rate of speed. He pulls the truck over. Aldrich exits his car, and immediately yells for Cure to step out and put his hands on the back of the truck. Leonard Allan Cure, that is, exits the vehicle, but at first refuses to move to the back of the truck. Aldrich grabs Cure's arm, but he pulls it away. Nidus, what's going on, dog?
No captivity.
Let's look at the video, y'all. Let's look at the video. Let me pull up the video. Here it is. Now I got to be extra careful with this video, y'all. I'm just being honest with y'all. I got to be extra careful showing y'all this video. Okay, I want to bring the news to y'all. I want to bring it to y'all, but I got to be careful because YouTube ain't bullshit. They're not playing around, with this stuff. But I got to give it to y'all. I got to be truthful with y'all. I got to give it to y'all. Let me see. Okay. Now here's the video that we're about to see, right? I want y'all to brace yourself. I want to warn y'all. Could somebody put fair use in the chat before I play this? Matter of fact, let me go back to the home screen. Could somebody put fair use in the chat before I play this? I appreciate it if you do. Somebody put fair use in the chat so I can play this video. One of the mods, or at this point, it don't even matter. I'm not gonna play it. Thank you, Emperor. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that, Cajun Darkfire. Okay. Appreciate that, Truth. So here's the video, y'all. Thank you, sis. Here's the video. Please brace yourself. Like I said before, this video is sensitive. I am going to stop it at pivotal parts because, just because of YouTube, it's very sensitive as well. Yes, viewer discretion advised. Thank y'all. Thank you. Here we go.
Step out! Get out! Get out! Put your hands back here. I ain't doing shit. Put your damn hands back here.
So as y'all can see, the officer has his taser out. And so y'all can let me so y'all can hear
back here now, or you're getting tased.
I want y'all to hear Leonard Allan.
Get out! Put your hands back here.
I ain't doing shit.
Put your damn hands back here.
Who are you?
Staff Sergeant Alden, Sheriff's Office.
My name is John Wayne.
I don't care. Step to the rear of this vehicle.
So it seemed like Leonard said his name is John Wayne. If I heard it correctly, but it just seems like Leonard is a little inebriated. And then the officer, later in the vote, you are correct. The officer does seem aggressive initially, just getting out of his car, right? The officer was aggressive. But at the same time, Leonard Allan Cure was going 100 miles per hour. So, you know, maybe that has something to do with why the officer got out of his patrol car so aggressively. Now, like I said, we're going to break this story down all the way down to the bare minimum. We're going to break it all the way down because there's a lot going on with this story. Leonard Allan Cure is already showing signs of uncompliance. Non-compliance, right? Which is a problem. We got to admit that. We, you know, just because, you know, it's a person that look like us and they're black, don't mean that we can't tell the truth. But we're gonna cover the whole nature of this story. Appreciate y'all being here.
On the state of Georgia, step back here now, or you're getting tased.
Watch me now.
Put your hands on the back of that truck.
Do you see that?
Put your hands on the back of that truck.
The back of the truck.
Both hands. Turn around. 34, can you send me another unit? One non-compliant.
So the officer already done called Leonard in as non-compliant. Then that's not a good thing. Officer already building the case. When they do that, they already building the case around you, right? Right then. I'm talking about before the paperwork get filled out. They already can build a case around you on the CB, walking, talking. That's why you got to be careful, man. And I'm urging my no-cap crew, everybody that's listening, if you get stopped by officers, just be fully compliant. So these people won't have no excuse. None. So he's trying to grab for Leonard's arm, right? And Leonard he's not pulling his arm back. So right here, Leonard is, you know, he's still talking trash and whatnot, and he's telling him he's not doing it. He's asking right here, Leonard. Let me. I think I could play the sound on this.
Who county?
Camden County. Put your hand behind your back.
Do I have a warrant? Wait. No. Excuse me.
Either put your hands behind your back or you're getting tased. I'm telling you that right now. Turn around. 34, can you send me another unit? One non-compliant.
Your name is Officer who?
Staff Sergeant Aldridge with the Camden County Sheriff's Office.
Who county?
Camden County. Put your hand behind your back.
Do I have a warrant? Wait. No. Excuse me.
Either put.
Now y'all keep in mind that I want y'all to keep in mind that Leonard Allan Cure had already been exonerated from doing 16 years in prison. So I'm trying to get y'all not to look at this man as your average citizen. No, he did 16 years in prison. So in my eyes, it is understandable why he will be a little reluctant of being detained without exactly feeling comfortable knowing why, right? We can pretty much empathize or sympathize, you know, with his situation. The man did 16 years in prison wrongfully. Imagine Imagine you sitting in prison for 16 years as an innocent person. Just imagine that. This is what Leonard Allan Cure had to endure and was only released only 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Right? We're going to get into it.
Your hands behind your back or you're getting tased. I'm telling you that right now.
Why am I getting tased?
Because you are under arrest for speeding and reckless driving.
I'm not driving. Nobody was hurt. How was I speeding?
You passed me doing 100 miles an hour.
Okay, so that's a speeding ticket, right?
Sir, tickets in the state of Georgia are criminal offenses.
So the officer letting him know tickets in the state of Georgia are a criminal offense. And guess what? That's true. That is true. It is.
No captivity.
That's true. Right? Now, quiet as kept, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know in certain states, right? In certain states, depending on how fast you're going, you can get locked up for it. You can get arrested for it. Some people don't know that. Some people feel like, just as long as you speeding, right? As long as you speeding and you getting a speeding ticket, that's all you're supposed to get. Now, let's remember, I want y'all to remember this. Because I done looked at it from all kind of angles. I want y'all to remember this. Remember, Leonard Allan Cure is from Florida. He's originally from Florida. He just came back from Florida, right? Broward County to be exact. He just came back from Broward County visiting his sick mom. He's from Florida, and in Florida, you get a speeding ticket. I don't think there's a law in Florida where they can take you to jail. I don't think so. Now, I'm in Florida, and if I don't know that, shame on me. But, every time I've gotten a speeding ticket, which I ain't got a speeding ticket in a long time, I've never been threatened to being taken to jail unless, there was another infraction or something going on, something illegal, like, if I was inebriated or something like that, right? If I was drinking, if I was over the alcohol limit, if I had an open container, they could take you to jail then. But just for a speeding ticket, now I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. Leonard Allan Cure did 16 years in prison. He was out of the loop for a long time. We got to give him the benefit of the doubt. He didn't know. He thought this officer, I truly believe he sincerely thought this officer was trying to bully him and abuse his power. He felt like he was not supposed to go to jail. I truly believe Leonard Allan Cure felt like he wasn't supposed to go to jail. He was supposed to just get a ticket. But either or, my advice to you guys, just do what the officer say. And I hate to say this, even if it means him putting you or detaining you, putting you in handcuffs, you know what I'm saying? Listen, ask for a sergeant, ask for somebody over him to come to the scene. But I'm just trying to break it down because it's a rough situation, y'all. It is.
I don't have a ticket in Georgia.
You do now?
Why?
You passed me doing 100 miles an hour.
And what? Am I going
Hands behind your back. Yes, you're going to jail.
So right there, the officer let off the taser. I'm not going to play the sound after this because it gets a little rough after this, right? But he's actually tasing Leonard right now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to fast forward because I don't want... They cut the sound out when Leonard got shot and everything, but I don't even want to show that. I'm going to just fast forward. As we can see right here, there's a tussle, right? Leonard got, he took the taser and he started tussling with the cop. And right there, the officer reached for his weapon right there. And then Leonard was fatally shot. I didn't want to play at regular speed. I just wanted to show y'all exactly what's going on. Right? Let me kind of fast forward a little bit more. Now I think the officer is calling for backup. So let's go back to the article. I got you, sis. Let me go back to the article so we can get more on this story. Here we go. So let's look at why he was convicted, right? Let's look at why he was convicted roughly like 19 years ago. Let's look at why he was convicted. Let's see. So right here, can I get rid of this? Okay. So right here it says, Cure had started a new life after leaving prison. In 2004, Cure was convicted of armed robbery with a firearm and assault with a firearm and sentenced to life in prison. So he was convicted. He was convicted of some serious charges, to say the least, right? In 2004, Cure was convicted of armed robbery with a firearm and assault with a firearm and sentenced to life in prison. So he got life off top. He got life in prison. Life. Listen, you in court, the judge throw the gavel down, life in prison was the sentence. How you gonna feel? I'm asking my No Cap crew, how you gonna feel? So he had to go. He had to go to prison, Florida State Prison that is. So according to the Innocence Project of Florida, some of y'all haven't heard of the Innocence Project. The Innocence Project is a organization that fights to free innocent inmates that was wrongfully convicted. I think they had something to do with Central Park 5. I think they had something to do with freeing up the Central Park 5. If y'all know that to be true, because I'm guessing, put a 1 in the chat if I'm right, or just tell me if I'm right in the chat. But I think the Innocence Project had something to do with, freeing the Central Park 5 as well in New York. According to the Innocence Project of Florida, which worked on Cure's case, a jury found him guilty of robbing a Walgreens in Dania Beach, Florida, 1 year earlier. Even though he had an alibi, even though Leonard had an alibi and there was no physical or forensic evidence tying him to the crime. So listen, let's go back, listen. This man got life in prison, even though he had an alibi and no forensic evidence linking him to the crime. They railroaded him. This guy got railroaded. Point blank, he got railroaded. I want y'all to put yourself in Leonard's shoes. Anybody, and after y'all see this story, I want y'all to just listen. Remember this live stream, because they're going to try to lie to y'all. They're going to try to give it to y'all any kind of way. After this live stream, you're going to know everything there is to know about Leonard Allan Cure. I can promise you that.
No Cap-tivity.
Cure appealed his conviction several times over the years while he was in prison. Check this out. And in 2020, he was released from prison after the Broward State Attorney's Conviction Review Unit raised questions about how he was identified as a suspect and included in the lineup in the initial investigation. Authorities later dropped all the charges against Cure, making him the first person exonerated by the unit. By the Broward State Attorney's Conviction Review Unit, that is. So this is what I want to show y'all. He was wrongfully convicted. Right? What year was that he was wrong? What year was that, they said? What year was that? 2004. He was wrongfully convicted in 2004. And his family nor his close friends have actually seen him physically since then, unless they went to go visit him. Do y'all know how? Do y'all know how? I won't say detrimental, but that's not the right word. Devastating. That's the word I'm looking for.
No captivity.
Y'all know how devastating that is for you to go to trial for something you ain't supposed to be in trial for. They don't got no forensic evidence, right? He got an alibi. There's another article that said he proved that he was actually across town, several miles away at the same time that Walgreens drugstore was getting robbed. He had proved that. They still throw the book at his ass and send him up the road to a Florida State prison. Now, there's another dynamic I want to cover on this, right? So often, right? I need y'all to know the stats, because I've talked about this stat numerous times. Did y'all know, out of all of the wrongfully convicted prisoners in the United States of America, out of all of the wrongfully convicted prisoners, 65% of them are Black Americans.
No captivity.
65. I'm talking about out of Black, white, Asian, and Latino, and Native American, and East Indian. 65% are Black Americans. That's a fact. That's a fact. 65% of that whole conglomerate statistic of wrongfully convicted inmates that's locked up, the percentage that end up being exonerated are 65% Black American. Did y'all know that? Now I'm gonna tell y'all why that means something. And y'all can kill me with it if y'all want to, but I'm gonna tell y'all why that means something, right? That means a lot, because not only are you wrongfully convicted, not only are you serving time where you ain't supposed to be serving no time, and you supposed to be probably on the fish creek somewhere or in your living room looking at TV, or with your kids going to your child basketball or football game or soccer game, right? That's what you're supposed to be doing. But instead, these people put you in prison, wrongfully convicted, and guess what? That's also going to cause psychological issues as well. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. I'm pretty sure, and a lot of times when listen, do y'all know how much the state gave him for a settlement for the lawsuit? Because he did sue. They only gave him $800,000. That's it. I'm at the They only gave this man $800,000. Y'all know, come on, y'all know they be shitting on these guys. $800,000. You know, some of them might get $1 million. Some of them might get $600,000. That ain't no money for 16 years of your life. Some of these inmates spend more time. Some of these guys spend way more time than 16 years. I did a story on my channel. Go back in my history on the video side, right? I did a story about a guy that actually ended up doing 30 34 years in prison. That's a fact. I did a story on the guy. As a matter of fact, ironically, out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Broward County again. I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's something about Broward County. I just thought about that. The guy that did the 34 years in prison, and guess what? They gave him 60 years, but he ended up doing 34 years. He was out of Broward County too. Man, listen. Y'all stay the hell up out of Broward County, Florida. Real talk.
This one here for the thug.
Florida is the worst to do a crime. I'm trying to tell you right now. They say Texas, but I think Florida might be worse than Texas. I think Florida might be the worst everywhere. Shout out to Quantum Love in the building. Sis, how you doing?
No Cap-tivity.
But let's look at the let's look at this from different angles, right? Dealing with Leonard Allan Cure. Let's look at the pieces of this puzzle. This man was initially given life unjustly. It took a toll on him. Obviously, it took a toll on his family. While he was sitting in prison, y'all don't listen. No forensic evidence. He had an alibi. He was nowhere around that Walgreens in Dania Beach, Florida when it got robbed. Imagine being in prison for 16 years knowing you did not do this crime. And you don't know what the hell going on. Imagine that. And then think about the psychological toll it's going to take on your mind. Now, thank God the Innocence Project, was able to prove his innocence and get him released. But at the same time, after 16 years, right? I can imagine if I got stopped by a cop and my first encounter with a cop, after I got my very first encounter with a police officer, after I got pulled over, just for a speeding ticket, and you telling me you finna take me to jail again? Especially now, let's be honest. It's alleged. It just sounded like he was inebriated. It's alleged. We don't know if he was inebriated. And honestly, I probably shouldn't even say that because I haven't seen that written in an article yet. I just was going off of my spidey senses. Exactly, Bob. Bob say that's their new means of genocide. Exactly.
No Cap-tivity.
Y'all think it's a game? They're throwing us in prison, right? And they ain't giving you no damn small time. They ain't giving you no small time. They giving elbows, life sentences, wrongfully convicted. 65% of those inmates that's wrongfully convicted are Black Americans. Has that sunk in yet? Now, I want y'all to understand this right here. If I got stopped, I'm not saying I wouldn't comply. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Leonard Allan Cure shouldn't have complied. He should have complied with the officer. I said that initially in the beginning of this live stream. So I don't want y'all to think that I'm promoting negligence and irresponsibility. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is Leonard Allan Cure is not your average man or person that got stopped by a cop and the cop was finna take him to jail and arrest him. No, this man just so happened to do 16 years in prison wrongfully. Imagine if you were him and the state did not provide adequate assistance or adequate help with your mind and your mental state and your mental health. And you just left to deal with the agony and the memories of those 16 years. But so many people got so much shit to say about Leonard Allan Cure.
I'm at the go.
Do you ever look at the whole story? Do people do their research before they actually just got something to say? Now this man lost his life, and I'm telling y'all the truth. Please comply with law enforcement. But I'm telling you right now, if you did 16 years in prison, wrongfully convicted, I kind of can understand why you got the jitters. I'm just saying. Have you ever been in Leonard Allan Cure's shoes? Have you? Shit, I done went to jail. I ain't did no damn 16 years. I can tell you that right now. We know when these guys come out of prison, right? Under those type of conditions, unexpected conditions, that is. We know when guys come out of those type of conditions, don't nobody care about your damn mental state. They're gonna throw a block party for your ass and that's it. The state is not gonna make provisions for this man to be on the right track mentally and spiritually, right? Yeah, the mama and the grandma, you know, they gonna take, and the aunties, they gonna make sure he go to church a couple of Sundays after he get out. But that gonna stop real soon too. This is a sad situation. It is. Now, I will say this. That officer, in my humble opinion, the officer, I know some of y'all ain't gonna want to hear this. The officer, just from my observation, the officer that we just looked at in that video, legally, I don't think he did nothing wrong. Now, I do think he was a little aggressive, okay, because you know he was aggressive because Leonard Allan Cure was going 100 miles per hour, and he was trying to figure out where the hell this man was going that fast, right? But the officer got straight out of his car and didn't ask no question. He was just gonna put the cuffs. He just wanted to put the cuffs, place the cuffs on Leonard Allan Cure, and Leonard Allan Cure was like, "Hold on, man. I was speeding, but damn, you want to arrest me? I got to go back to jail after I just did 16 years? Yeah, damn.
It's one here for the thug.
Right, I'm looking at it on both sides. 16. Come on, man. But I will say the cop legally didn't do anything wrong. That's why this situation is so astonishing. Now, Benjamin Crump is on the, he's on the case and he's trying to get the cop arrested and convicted of a possible crime, which I seriously doubt that's going to happen. I seriously doubt that's going to happen. Let me see. Benjamin Crump very seldomly wins these type of cases, but we already know a lot of times he don't even be expecting to win the criminal side. He be going for the bag. He be going for the money. So he's going to try to go for millions of dollars for the family, right? Shout out to Daryl Parks, right? Formerly of Parks and Crump. That's me and Bob's brother from where we stay. Daryl Parks had a long time partnership law firm with Benjamin Crump. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Parks and Crump. Daryl Parks had, they were in business together. That's how Benjamin Crump got his start. That's how we know. That's how I know Benjamin Crump. All us was in. We used to hang out together in Tallahassee. If y'all know any background about Benjamin Crump, yeah, I know Benjamin Crump. Shout out to Daryl Parks. They practice law separately now. I just want to make that stipulation, but they had a law firm together for years, Parks and Crump. Can y'all imagine how you would feel if you was in that situation? Not saying you would have complied, but I just wanted to touch on the fact that when these people, male and female, black men and black women, when they get exonerated after serving all this time, I'm telling y'all, the psychological effect that it has on them is very seldomly addressed to the magnitude that it needs be. Shout out to Yvette Marie joining the team. Shout out to you, Yvette Marie. Thank you for being here, Yvette.
No captivity.
Much love. I was gonna do this story regardless. If y'all haven't seen my YouTube short, please check out my YouTube short. Please check out my YouTube short. Let me see where it's at right now. Matter of fact, you know what? I'll play it right now. Y'all ain't got to check it out. I'll play it for y'all right now. Let me see. Yeah, I'll play it right now. Okay. Here we go.
This to his entire so it's not. First, I want to say R.I.P. to Leonard, Allan, and condolences to his entire family. Now, I just seen the whole video, and let me just say this off the bat. Leonard was wrong for how he handled the situation with the officer. But has anybody thought about this? Leonard, wrongfully convicted of armed robbery in Florida, sentenced to serve life in prison, exonerated after serving 16 years. That's right, 16 years in prison. Now, when Leonard got out the truck, we could tell he was a little inebriated and uncomfortable for just dealing with law enforcement, right? But has anybody thought about this? When the cop told him he was under arrest, that set off a trigger, because that's the same thing he was told before subsequently having to serve 16 years in prison. Now, this whole situation is a sad one. In my opinion, the cop did nothing wrong. It was the entire law enforcement and judicial system that failed him a long time ago. And I'm just hoping that people can see it from that perspective. Leave your perspective in the comment section. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, No Captivity with Freezy. Let's get it.
That was the YouTube short I did earlier this afternoon. It's been getting a lot of good participation. It's already at almost like 2,000 views. These are unpopular stories. I know a lot of times y'all be wanting to hear the, man versus woman and the gender war. First of all, I do that. I do a percentage, we cover relationships on here, so, sometimes, but this channel is more well-rounded and a more wide range of topics. I was just letting you know that right now. I had to cover this story. If you was gonna get it, you was gonna get it here. No Captivity with Freezy.
No captivity.
That's a fact. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to leave the I'm gonna put a link in the chat, right? Just in case y'all want to, give me y'all opinion on this matter. You don't have to cam up. Matter of fact, I'm not taking any cam ups. They're just gonna hear your voice. But even if it's 10 seconds of your opinion, just call in, or even if you just want to say give your condolences to the family. Because I'm pretty sure some people in the family are going to search YouTube to see who's talking about Leonard, Allan, and they're going to run across this live stream, right? Shout out to M. Mills in the building. M. Mills say, no, we don't want to hear about that damn stupid ass gender war mess. Shit.
No captivity.
She said shit after that, y'all. She didn't put it down there, but I can hear her talking. How you doing, M. Mills? call in, fam. Family. There you go. Okay, and I'm gonna pin it to the top of the chat as well. Let me see. Y'all, when I get done with this, I'm gonna read my Bible for a long time. I don't care. Listen, I'm gonna read my Bible till I fall asleep tonight. Okay, it's pinned to the top of the chat.
You so crazy.
So there's the shout out to Black Beauty in the building.
No captivity.
So listen, we seen what happened, right? This dude, right? I'm gonna try to show this video one more time. To give you guys some time to collect your thoughts when you call in, right? That's if any one of y'all call in. But I'm going to try to show this video one more time for the people that just getting here. I do want to warn everybody, it is sensitive. It is. It's sensitive. I think I did a good job the first time by stopping it when I was supposed to.
Check the cash out, bitch.
Shout out to my sister, Lady Nevo. She said, I missed one show, bro. Love you for real, bro. I know you love me. You ain't got no choice.
No captivity.
Shout out to Lady Nevo for the black super chat. Appreciate that. So we're going to show this video again, and we're going to talk about it a little more. Here we go. Okay. Let me change this capture and bring this video. Here we go. So I want y'all to brace yourself. Like I said before, we're gonna show this video. Thank you for the fair use emperor. You always on point. Thank you, Leonard. I appreciate that. So I will be cutting the sound a ways past a ways into the video. Here we go.
Step out! Get out! Get out! Put your hands back here.
I ain't doing shit.
Put your damn hands back here.
Who are you?
Staff Sergeant Alden, Sheriff's Office.
My name is Wade.
I don't care. Step to the rear of this vehicle.
In the name of who?
In the name of the law of the state of Georgia. Step back here now or you're getting tased.
I'm going. Watch me now.
Put your hands on the back of that truck.
Do you see that?
Put your hands on the back of that truck.
The back of the truck.
Both hands. Turn around. 34, can you send me another unit? One non-compliant.
Right there, the officer called the driver in non-compliant. Right here, we see the driver is named Leonard Allan. That's his name. You don't want an officer to call you in non-compliant. You know what I'm saying? When backup come, they already coming storming. They coming storming. Cold blue. They're trying to flip you in the ass and slam your ass. You do not want an officer calling in non-compliant. You don't want that. Trust me. I know.
Your name is Officer who?
Staff Sergeant Aldridge with the Camden County Sheriff's Office.
Who county?
Camden County. Put your hand behind your back.
Do I have a...
The sad part about this is the man was just coming from seeing his mom who was sick. See, there's different dynamics to the story that y'all ain't heard of yet. Y'all haven't heard. See, I guarantee you, y'all ain't heard all the facts yet of this story. Leonard Allan Cure was just coming from his mom's house, who was sick. Emperor say, yeah, I know too. I was wrongfully called non-compliant once, shaking my damn. So Emperor, you already know when they call that non-compliant in, when backup come, you fair game. They gonna be aggressive and everything. They put that in the police. You do not want that. I'm telling you.
I have a warrant. Wait. No. Excuse me.
Either put your hands behind your back or you're getting tased. I'm telling you that right now.
Why am I getting tased?
Because you are under arrest for speeding and reckless driving.
I'm not driving. Nobody was hurt. How was I speeding?
You passed me doing 100 miles an hour.
Okay, so that's a speeding ticket, right?
Sir, tickets in the state of Georgia are criminal offenses.
So this is where the discrepancy was at. Once again, the officer is telling him tickets in the state of Georgia are criminal offenses. What he should have said was, see, the officer said it wrong. And I forgot to mention this the first time I played this video. The officer said it wrong. What the officer should have said, speeding tickets above a certain speed is a criminal offense. All speeding tickets are a criminal offense. If you're going over 5 miles per hour, 10 miles, they can't take you to jail for that. But all the officer told him was, tickets in the state of Georgia are a criminal offense. You could be taken to jail. That was the wrong information that the officer said. Maybe because, his heart was racing, he was all worked up. I don't know. I'm trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, man. Bob say that non-compliant call give them the green light. You better believe it. You don't want that. You don't want that. Let me tell you something. If I hear an officer say, I say that non-compliant. No, officer, I'm compliant. I'm getting on the ground when he didn't told me to spread my legs out and my hands. I'm going to show him I'm compliant. By the time they get there, you ain't going to get no chance to slam me and draw your weapons on me. No. So this the discrepancy. Leonard Allan Cure is like, why are you taking me to jail? Why are you arresting me? All I did, you telling me all it is a speeding ticket, give me my ticket so I can go. Right? But the officer's saying no, a speeding ticket. So we know and we all know that it's to the officer's discretion on whether they're going to take you to jail or not. We know that. We got some officers that are, cool, and we got some officers that are nasty. Obviously, we can't say this with confidence. This officer was nasty. He got out yelling and screaming and ready to put you in handcuffs. The officer was nasty, but that's different from being, wrong legally, right? That's different. An officer being nasty is different from an officer being, wrong legally. Now, I will say, so far, I have not seen anything wrong that the officer did legally. I gotta say it.
I don't have a ticket in Georgia.
You do now?
Why?
You passed me doing 100 miles an hour.
That's a fact, Yvette. Fight it in court, not in the street. When law enforcement is involved. That's the point. Well, see, that's why I'm saying, like, this is a peculiar situation because Leonard Allan Cure, he did 16 years in prison, undeserving, and I'm pretty sure it was some psychological his mental state wasn't in the right state. It was some psychological things going on in his mind just for this mere fact that he spent 16 years in prison wrongfully, right? So this is a special case. But Yvette, you're absolutely right. You got to fight it in court, not in the street, when law enforcement is involved,
And what? Am I going
Hands behind your back. Yes, you're going to jail.
So right there, the officer let off the taser, and I'm going to cut the volume down. And we see Leonard start swinging his arms frantically and kind of lunge at the officer, right? And I'm going to fast forward it, and they go through a little tussle, and right here the officer reaches for his weapon right there, and I'm just gonna go this way where the cops get there, and they're right there. By that time, Leonard was shot, and they're tending to Leonard, and the officer looking like he in bad shape as well. I felt the need to show this because, you know, we're still here to see this story, and I just feel like stories like this can be very informational, not just for us, but for our kids, nephews, nieces, close friends, and family, right? It's very imperative that we don't make the same mistakes. It's very imperative, you know, that we don't make the same mistakes, man. You know, this story is very important to me. I had to get it out. I appreciate you, sis. I really do.
Check the cash out, bitch.
Shout out to my sis again, Lady Navo. She said, I did speak to you on BMU and said I love you. Love you, bro. I know you did. I was just joking.
No Cap-tivity.
Thank you, sis. I was just joking, really. Sis gonna make sure. Sis is gonna make sure I know she spoke to me and she loved me. I know you do. Shout out to the women of the No Cap crew. They came through on the Black Super Chats today. Just Jay and Lady Navo, thank you. I really appreciate y'all. Shout out to the ladies of the No Cap crew. Real talk. I'm kind of getting the drift that nobody actually needs to call in. We got the full story, right? We got the full story. Y'all know what I do towards the end of the show. We're going to be blessed tonight. We're going to get a scripture in. We got to. We're going to get a scripture in. Like I told y'all after this live stream, I'm going to go straight into reading my Bible. I'm going to read my Bible for a long time tonight. I'm doing YouTube shorts. Y'all should be proud of me. I'm trying to grow the platform, right? Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna let y'all choose the subject matter for the scripture. What? Just write a phrase or a word what y'all think the scripture should be about. Centered around this story. I'm gonna wait on y'all. I'm gonna get it from y'all. We're gonna be in on this together. And I'll choose I'm gonna just wait on somebody to tell me what just don't tell me the scripture, but just tell me what subject. Just write a word. Just write anything, like, you know, obedience or Psalm 91, protection. That's a great one. Let me pull up Psalms 91. Love you, Bob. I really do, bro. Love you, Bob. Lady Navo said forgiveness. Arab said wisdom. Man, shout out to Arab in the building, bro.
No Cap-tivity.
Arab, you know what? I'm gonna call you as soon as this live stream over with. Shout out to my sis Jet Cora in the building.
No Cap-tivity.
Shout out to the ladies of the No Cap crew. Yvette Marie came through.
Check the cash out, bitch.
Hold on, let me make sure I change this ticker and later. Yvette Marie is officially the sponsor of tonight's show. Let me see. Let me write this down first. Sponsor of tonight's show. Sponsor of tonight's show is Yvette. Marie, let me see. $20. $20 black super chat. Let me see. And also I gotta do this too. There you go, Yvette. Appreciate you, Yvette. Oh, let me read it.
Check the cash out, bitch.
Yvette just she sent the $20 black super chat, y'all. And guess what she said? Love and support. That's all she said. $20 love and support. Yvette, man, thank you, Yvette. Thank you, Yvette. Could one of my mods thank Yvette for being the sponsor of the show this evening? Actually, right now, Yvette can thank herself. Nightish just sub. Say something. I know I'm doing something right. When Nightish sub, I know I'm doing something right. Nightish, we gonna be doing panels, and I hope when I've been doing panels, but when I do a panel show, I hope that you join your boy. Matter of fact, hold on, Nightish, could you write in the chat? Didn't you serve time before? This actually is applicable to this story. That's why I'm asking. It's applicable to the story that I'm doing. Nightish, didn't you serve time, bro?
No Cap-tivity.
Shout out to Lucky Marie in the building. That's my sister, y'all. That's my sister right there. Me and Lucky, when it come to this space, me and Lucky Marie, we go way back. We like this. We started together and we gonna finish together. Nightish, didn't use okay, you plead the fifth. But I would like, could you hit the link? Could you hit the link for 1 second? I want to ask you what you know, how much you know about inmates that's wrongfully convicted. How much do the state put into, getting them therapy for the rest of their life and trying to make sure that, they get on the right track mentally and psychologically? Does the state invest not only, well, we know they get sued, but does the state make sure, they take care of these wrongfully convicted inmates psychologically? Do they give them a lifetime? There you go. I'm gonna highlight this. Nightish says 0%. Do y'all see what I'm saying now?
No Cap.
Do y'all see what? Hold on, man. That's this. Nightish, thank you. This is what I've been trying to say the whole show. This is why we can't be so hard on Leonard Allan Cure. Yeah, he should have complied. Right? Yes. Yes, he was speeding. Yes, he should have listened to the officer. He did 16 years and got exonerated. Nightish just revealed that the state gives zero support when it comes to psychological support, mental health therapy. After you done lock these motherfuckers up for 16 years, life in prison, 34 years, 25 years. You can't get them no help, and then you expect for these people to be fully competent. After you telling this man, put your hands behind your bike for a speeding ticket. Man, I would be shell-shocked if I did 16 years in prison when I wasn't supposed to be there. Then you telling me I got to go back to jail because I was speeding? Oh, hell to the no.
No Cap.
I'm not saying he shouldn't have complied. I'm saying Leonard Allan Cure is a different case. Don't judge him like you're a judge, your average civilian out there who gets stopped with for a traffic stop. We can't judge him like that. That's all I'm saying. You heard it here on No Cap-tivity with Freezy. Of course, Nightish. Nidus, this me. This freeze it. Of course you can. And make sure and listen. Nidus is gonna do a review on this, right? If you haven't subbed to Nidus's channel, make sure you sub this channel and participate in that review he's gonna do. And also make sure you subscribe to Lucky Marie's channel as well. Lucky Marie, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Lucky Marie got something very special up her sleeve for her channel. She's revamping her channel. She got something very special that she's gonna give to y'all. So I want y'all to pay attention. If you haven't subscribed to Lucky Marie's channel, make sure you subscribe to her channel as well. Let me get these scriptures together. Okay, let me highlight this right here, because this is pivotal. Bob said, no, they do not. My partner and I started an organization called the Kingdom Hub Academy to fill that gap. I'll get you the info, bro. We will be starting in Polk County. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro.
No captivity.
This is what this channel is about. The Kingdom Hub Academy. Do you see why I do shows like this and I don't just stay stuck on the gender wars? Huh? Y'all gonna make me cuss.
I'm at the go.
This is why I do it. This is why I do it. We're gonna talk about, you know, we're gonna talk about you niggas and you niggas and you females that can't get it together, you know, married and relationship. We're gonna talk about y'all, you know, you cheating on each other, you know, she's sucking some dick and you eating pussy and you know, you know, cheated with the deaconess over there on Easter Sunday. We gonna talk about that. But we can't talk about it all the goddamn time. Okay? Ever since Kevin Samuels just, you know, broke the threshold, that's all we want to talk about. We can't talk about that all the goddamn. I get tired of you niggas. I'm tired of y'all. Appreciate that, Bob, man. Bob is real as they come. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. And the nigga ain't to be played with either. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't hang with none but real niggas. I mean, we ain't niggas no more. I'm just saying, you know what I mean. Bob is not to be fucked with. That's all I'm gonna just leave it like that. Okay, we're gonna put the scriptures up here. Let me see. Psalms 91, forgiveness and wisdom as well. We're gonna touch on all three of those. Psalm 91, forgiveness and wisdom as well. We're gonna start with Psalm 91. You know what? We're gonna go to the interview room for this right here. Yes, sir. We're gonna go to the interview room on this one here. Right here is Psalms 91. Shout out to Emperor. Right here on Psalms 91, it says, whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. That was excellent. Excellent, Emperor. Thank you for that scripture. Psalm 91. So I know what he was protection. Late in the vote. Did you say protection? Wait, what did late in the vote say? Oh, forgiveness. Lady Nevo said forgiveness. Lady Nevo said, so we're going to find one on forgiveness. Let me see. We're going to find one on forgiveness.
You so crazy.
Okay, this is a good one right here. This is a good one right here. Do y'all see what this one say? This one says, judging others. We're gonna dedicate this one here to my dog Leonard, Allan, Cure. We're gonna dedicate this one to Leonard, Allan, Cure. This is a great scripture. Luke 6:37, it says, judge not, and ye shall not be judged. Condemn not, and ye shall not be condemned. Forgive, and ye shall be forgiven.
No captivity.
That was excellent. That was excellent, Lady Nevo. That was an excellent scripture. Excellent. We got one more for wisdom. Arab said, he said, give one on wisdom. Let me see. Let me find one on wisdom. Wisdom. We need that wisdom. I don't give a damn. Hey, let me tell you something. We don't stop. You can't stop getting wisdom. Wisdom don't stop. You get too big for your britches, you in trouble. Okay. Here we go. This is a good one right here. Oh, when I tell y'all, this is a good one. I'm gonna read this one in the ESV version. This is a great one. Shout out to Arab for this one right here. This come to us from Proverbs 3rd chapter 13-18. It say, blessed is the one who finds wisdom and the one who gets understanding. For the gain from her is better than gain from silver, and her profit better than gold. She is more precious than jewels, and nothing you desire can compare with her. Long life is in her right hand. In her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who lay hold of her. Those who hold her fast are called blessed. Wisdom, y'all.
No captivity.
Before we get up out of here, could my No Cap crew put RIP? Could you put hashtag RIP Leonard? I want to flood the chat with hashtag RIP Leonard in the chat, just in case his family, is gonna, cause there's gonna be a live chat replay too, so they'll be able to see everybody's. They'll be able to see everybody's chat. Hashtag RIP Leonard. I do agree with you, Travel One. Thank you for being here, Travel One. You kind of late. Travel One, your ass late. You gonna make me cuss now.
I'm at the go.
I really appreciate all of the hashtags. RIP Leonard. Thank you, No Cap crew. And if I want to say this, if there's any members of Leonard's family or close friends that watch this or that's going to end up seeing this live stream, my email is freezy76@gmail.com. My email is freezy76@gmail.com. If you would like to come on the show and, give your perspective and tell us, your thoughts or give us an update on the Leonard, on Leonard's situation on his case with this whole ordeal, feel free to come on to the show. We give our condolences to the entire family, and we say God bless Leonard's soul and his entire family. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I had to do this story because it touched my heart. Just to see a man that did 16 years in prison when he wasn't supposed to be there, and then this ends up happening to him. I'm telling y'all right now, it touched. I get choked up. I really do. Like this story touched my heart. It really did. This dude wasn't even supposed to went to prison. He was supposed to have a regular life just like the rest of us. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's just a bad situation. I hate this, man. But I had to do the story. I do got some pictures that I wanted to show. This is when the officer first was trying to get Leonard to put his hands behind his back. This is after the officer did what he felt like he had to do, and the officer was showing himself in distress. R.I.P. to Leonard, man. This picture to your right is when Leonard was freed and he got exonerated. This is when Leonard got exonerated, y'all. As you can see, I want y'all to pay attention to this. Leonard was making visits to high schools, telling them to stay in school and to focus on themselves and not to end up where he ended up. Leonard was public speaking. Do y'all see where it says speaker of the hour? Before we're quick to judge, I want y'all to know what Leonard was doing, how he was living his life before he actually met his demise on the interstate. This is why we can't judge a book by its cover. This is why this story meant so much to me. This is what Leonard was doing. He was going and visiting high schools and speaking in front of high school students, trying to keep them on the right path, even after he was wrongfully convicted and he served a sentence of 16 years. Was giving life. He was given life in prison initially. This is why I created my channel, ultimately. We're going to have fun, but we're going to represent. Shout out to the No Cap crew. My like-minded brothers and sisters. And y'all know what I always say. To free yourself, you must heal yourself. And until the next time, we out of here.
No Cap-tivity. Freezy.